r/ask Reddit. What normal thing can't you do? Whistle. I can whistle normally, but can't with fingers. I've been trying to do it since I was like 7 years old with no luck. I had a friend in elementary school who could whistle with his fingers. One time, the class went on a small trip to the nearby zoo. We walked there because it was so close, and at one point we had to walk through a metal tunnel that went underneath a road. In that tunnel, everything echoed. As kids, it was fun to make noise in there. Once the class was all inside the tunnel, my friend did a piercing finger whistle and killed everyone's excitement for a second. It was pretty funny. I have never been able to wink. I've tried all the suggestions. It just won't happen. I look so stupid trying. Just close one eye at a time, dum-dum. S. I know someone who winks a lot, as in it's something that people know about them, and they are terrible at it. Always struck me as odd. Confidence, I guess. Trill my R's. Same here. I often wonder if there are Hispanics that can't do it and do they catch hell? I'm Mexican and I can't do it. My friends always found it very amusing, especially considering it's needed to pronounce my name. Can't place the correct number to its respective month just from memory. I always have to start from January while counting on my fingers. I can't snap my fingers to make a clicking noise. Edit. Snapping noise. Edit 2. Thanks to some helpful replies, I can now snap my fingers to make a snapping clicking sound. Edit 3. Thanks for the medal, it's my first one and all the upvotes. So no one has to worry about you gaining the infinity gauntlet. Produce insulin. Admit attraction to anyone in fear they might feel uneasy or pressured. Hey, and I hate it when anyone admits attraction to me, so we'd get on great, lol. Make eye contact when I talk to people. This is so hard. I feel like I'm being super aggressive when I maintain eye contact. I had to force myself to do this, but I figured something out. Most people don't maintain eye contact when speaking, just when being spoken to, so it's fine to look away while you're talking, and most people do. Just try to look them in the eye while you're listening. Putting things in alphabetical order. Always have to sing the alphabet to figure out where it goes. Flirt. Can't do it even if my life depended on it. Years ago, when I was backpacking across Western Europe, I was just outside Barcelona, hiking in the foothills of Mount Tibidabo. I was at the end of this path, and I came to a clearing, and there was a lake. Very secluded, and there were tall trees all around. It was dead silent, gorgeous, and across the lake I saw a beautiful woman bathing herself. She was crying. Alternatively, talk about gas. Watching other people flirt is like watching a damn magic trick. You think you're following what they are doing. Then something happens, and nothing is where you thought it was and you have no idea how it got that way. Carry on a conversation. Me too. I'm so awkward. I hope people don't think I'm snobby. Will you look at this snob? He won't even talk to us. Leave him alone, Karen. He is a conversationalist connoisseur. This is my biggest fear. I always have awkward pauses in conversation when someone is talking to me because I can't just come up with a response on the spot. When people are easily talking back and forth, I oftentimes catch myself staring in amazement at their ability to carry on a conversation. But I think it can come across as me judging them for what they're talking about. Having RBF doesn't help. Do up the cuff buttons on my shirt while wearing it. I always need to take the shirt off first. I once got home from a serious place where I had to wear a shirt. I was so happy it was over I pulled the shirt over my head to take it off, but the cuffs were done up tightly, and I couldn't get them off my wrists, so I got stuck. Completely stuck. I couldn't get the shirt back over my head, and my wrists were basically tied up. I had to get to the kitchen and slice the shirt off with a bread knife. I got stuck in a shirt when I was a child. Pretty panic-inducing. Tell the difference between the open and close buttons in an elevator. When I only have a few seconds to glance at them, there is no difference between triangles pointing in or out. Just take your chances with delimbing someone. No, take the chance because those buttons never ducking work. Read analog clocks quickly. It takes me far longer than it should. I wore an analog watch for years to fix that. Eventually I came to the conclusion, while staring at my wrist for multiple seconds, That may be analog and I were just not meant to be. I have a digital watch now. Have a steady sleep cycle. This was me all of my life up until like 3 months when I got a steady job where I get up at 6, do physical work most of the day and get home at 4-5. I pass out in less than 30 minutes now and go to sleep before 11 every night, compared to 25 years of needing at least an hour to pass out and would regularly stay up until 4. Talk on the phone to anybody. Same. I usually try to text. Burp. I'm physically unable to burp. I just make this terrible gurgling sounds. Yep, same here. Apparently a small percentage of people just can't burp. It's agonizing at times. I can't swallow pills. I crush them up and eat them like a child. Snort them like a man. I can't stick my tongue out. I cannot roll my R's. I've been trying since I took Spanish in middle school. It just isn't in the cards for me. I'm 25 and don't know how to swim. I got scared during my swim lessons, age 7 or 8, and went into fight or flight mode, hitting my instructor a few times. I never got past the guppy level. You should learn. It's a really important life skill, I know. I agree wholly. I am just never near bodies of water, so it usually doesn't cross my mind. Maintain a clean room. It's like whenever a depressive episode takes over, my room is filled with beer cans and dishes. Then when I finally start feeling better, I'm just so overwhelmed by the mess. I'm trying to clean sections of my room a bit at a time. It's just taking some time. A good trick I learned when I was a kid is to take everything that's out of place and put it in one spot. The entire room looks better except for that table overflowing with junk random stuff. Then you can do something like put one thing away each time you go to the bathroom or a TV commercial comes on or your next video game is queuing. It goes pretty fast and feels like you didn't do too much at once. You should give it a try. You instantly feel better when the room looks mostly clean. Be comfortable with people touching me. I will never get the hang of it. I absolutely hate it when people touch me, especially suddenly. Sit with my back facing most of the people in a room. Function in society apparently. If you're on Reddit, you might have this deficiency. Touch my toes with straight legs. I'm by no means overweight. Just never had flexibility, even as a kid. Start stretching. Every night before you hop into bed, sit down on the floor and stretch for 5 minuets. Try looking up hamstring stretches. It won't take long and within 2-3 weeks you will easily be able to touch your toes. Start from a random spot in the alphabet and continue till it finishes. I can't ride a bike maybe. I can't stand up without getting dizzy. You should see a doctor. Fall asleep easily. Whenever I try to fall asleep, my brain decides that's the best time to have thought racing about like crazy, so it always takes me at least an hour to fall asleep. I'm jealous of all the people I know that can fall asleep within minutes of closing their eyes. Cartwheel. I can't do a cartwheel for the life of me. For years and years I've tried and tried, but have always failed, and paid the price of failure by getting kicked in the face with my own feet. Wait, are people around you able to do cartwheels and you consider it normal or something? Cause it isn't really. I'm pretty sure the vast majority of adults can't do one. I don't know if this counts, but I can't get a brain freeze. I never get brain freezes either. I sometimes get throat freezes. If I'm drinking something cold, my throat gets super cold for a few seconds and feels like it's freezing. Be happy. Eat most vegetables. It's not a taste thing, it's a texture thing. Move on from my ex. It's been 3 years. I really want to raise a single eyebrow. Been trying for years, but I just can't. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.